The phone rang. I glanced at the screen. Her name flashed like a warning. For a moment I considered not answering. It wasn't the first time she had called, but this was different. I could feel it. Her voice was always too polished when things weren't right, too sweet, like honey on a blade. "Hey," she said, breath catching slightly. "Hey," I replied, holding back the calm that threatened to break. I could hear her breathing, feel the weight of the words she hadn't yet spoken. "What's up?" "I need to tell you something." She paused. A beat. Then, "You can't keep lying to yourself." I waited. Silence stretched thin between us. "Your brother is the one I really want." The words settled into the air like poison, slow and deliberate. I could almost hear the smirk on her face. A calculated move, a subtle jab meant to see how far I would bend. I let the silence hang longer than necessary. Then, with a single practiced breath, I answered, "Then have him." It felt like a reflex, like nothing. But inside, my mind began to churn, a storm stirring beneath my skin. She thought she had control. She had no idea what I was planning. The months passed. I didn't ask, didn't question, but I knew. The signs were there if you were looking. The long hours, the late-night phone calls, the sudden vacation she'd take, always with the same excuses. At first, I wondered if I was just paranoid, if I was imagining things. But one evening, when I came home early, I found the evidence. Her phone, face up on the kitchen counter, a message from him. "I miss you. It's killing me not to see you." I didn't pick it up, didn't need to. The truth had already been written in the way she looked at him, in the way her eyes glazed over when I entered the room. The betrayal was in the air, thick as smoke, and I had to breathe it in. I never confronted her, not yet. It wasn't time. I had to be sure. I started to collect the pieces. Small, insignificant, but together they painted a picture. I didn't need much. A few phone records, some shared accounts, and a couple of photos I'd secretly taken when I knew she wouldn't notice. I didn't get angry. That wasn't my game. I stayed calm, calculated, observing, watching. But each night, as I lay in bed, the truth became clearer. It was him. She had him. Not just his body, but his attention, his love, everything I had foolishly thought was mine. It wasn't a betrayal of flesh. It was a betrayal of the soul. I didn't need to say anything yet. I was planning. I was waiting. Timing was everything. The DNA results came in a week later. I had asked for them out of suspicion, but they confirmed what I already knew. My son wasn't mine. Her son wasn't mine. The cold, sterile document sat on the table in front of me, the evidence clear. She thought I hadn't noticed, thought I hadn't seen the way her brother looked at her, thought I hadn't felt the shifting distance between us. But I had. I didn't call her. I didn't need to. Instead, I sat in the living room, the paper in my hand. I waited. I let her walk in and find me, find the truth. She did. And when she saw me, she froze. I didn't say a word, just handed her the paper. Her hands shook as she read it, and then, nothing. No apology, no explanation, just shock. Real, gut-wrenching shock. I said nothing. I didn't need to. A week later, she came to me. Begged, actually. "I'm sorry," she said, her voice breaking. She wanted me back. She wanted me to forgive her. She wanted everything to go back to the way it was, to the life I had once built for her. But I wasn't the man she left. I looked at her, eyes empty, voice cold. It's too late for that. She didn't know what to say, didn't know how to apologize for something that could never be fixed. She had destroyed everything in the most calculated way possible. I left. No fight, no shouting. I walked out the door, not because I had to, but because I could. She could never touch me again. 1 year later, I stood in the center of my gym, my own empire now. It wasn't just a gym, it was a testament to my freedom, to everything I had built after her. She tried to reach out once or twice, but by then, I was already past her, past the lies, past the manipulation. When she saw me, truly saw me, thriving with my new wife at my side, something inside her broke. She saw the man she thought she could control, and then she saw a man who had found himself without her. She didn't matter anymore. I smiled. She couldn't touch me, and that was all that mattered.